are in the world, welcome back to your practice. So I'm Caroline, and over the next couple of weeks, I definitely plan on posting some more of these videos. I live in New Orleans, and recently with all of the federal mandates, my restaurant that I work at, the yoga studios I work at, pretty much everything is closed. So it's this is a way for me to give back to those of you who are in similar shoes as me, who are kind of going through this these next couple of months with a lot of uncertainty. If you do feel as though you're in a position to, add a tip or whatever it may be, I've posted my Venmo account just down below, so feel free to donate whatever it is that you can. But we're just gonna do another kind of full body practice, about 30 minutes. It's been really interesting, just so you have a little more background information about me. I've been teaching yoga for about 4 years, and it led me on this path of becoming really fascinated with anatomy and physiology. So I'm taking a bunch of classes right now to hopefully apply to the physical therapist assistant program, so that I can learn more about working with bodies and injury prevention, injury recovery. But it's been really fascinating. I've been taking a lot of anatomy classes, and I'm hoping to kind of gear some of these classes more towards people who are interested in learning more about your body. And I have one teacher who I'm very much I just respect and love all the work that she does, and her name is Laura Hyman. If you have a chance, you can follow her on Instagram, or she has classes that she does for free online as well. But in her classes, she focuses a lot on the alignment of the sacrum, the shoulders, and the skull, and kind of the alignment of the torso in general. The legs, in most of her poses, she kind of encourages a bent knee, just so that we can focus on getting the spine in an optimal position. She's also a physical therapist, so her kind of verbiage on cues for this practice it's really opened my mind, and it's transformed my practice entirely. When you get the spine aligned really well, all of your core musculature can come together and work as a unit, versus relying on one set pair of muscles to try to do all this work for you. So this class is going to be kind of dedicated to finding, she calls it the triple S. So that's what we'll be just kind of gearing up towards. So we'll start by laying down on your back, and we'll take a block, if you have one, in between the knees, or the thighs more so, just like right above the knees in this medium setting. If you have a block, no worries at all. So I always like to start my classes kind of in the same way that Laura Hyman does, by doing a bridge pose to start to get the glutes firing, and also to do a little core work so that we can get our deep abdominal muscles working in our favor, so that our practice feels a little more stable, a little more buoyant. So as you arrive, close your eyes and take a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in to the belly, the side of the ribs, the back and the chest. And exhale through the mouth. Lift your hips up a couple of inches off the floor. Hug the hips together. Feel the core move in and down. Lengthen through the neck. And we'll reach your arms up towards the ceilings to stretch the wrists. Take the right hand and pull the left fingers back. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Open the thumb and the palm. switch arms. Keeping the glutes firing, lengthening the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Open the thumb, spread the palm. One more breath. And we'll slowly release the arms. And we'll grab the block and just place it over to the side if you have one. So from here, we're gonna focus on maybe lifting the hips a little bit higher. If you feel any pain in your knees, you can walk your feet a little bit further away from your body. We can take a block and just slide it underneath your sacrum at the lowest setting. So the sacrum is kind of the first part of our spine that we really want to get aligned. It's 5 fused vertebrae, which essentially means that it's just like this plate of vertebrae that are fused together. So when you place the block underneath you, if you don't even have one, you can just bring your hand underneath so that the back of the hand presses up into your sacrum. And you can just kind of feel that bone because I'll be referencing it a good bit throughout the rest of this class. And if you have the block underneath you, you'll feel, if you have a tendency of kind of arching your back, the top of the sacrum will feel like it's kind of lifting up. But we want to really press the top of the sacrum down into the block and just get it nice and flat. And then from here, maintain this shape. Use your glutes and then slide the block out from underneath you and try to make sure nothing changes. We'll bring your feet together and then lift your left heel up off the floor, trying to keep that same shape of the pelvis. If this feels good, you can stay here. If you want to take it up a little more, you can take the left heel and rest it on top of the right knee. You can block check yourself by sliding the block underneath you to make sure that your hips are level. And then we can stay here or we can do little tiny pulses. These are super potent and powerful, a really good way to wake up the glutes. And if you would like to make it harder, you can also just hover this left foot. And then we'll lower the left foot down, keep the feet together, check in with the pelvis, and then we'll take the right heel and bring it on top of the left knee. You might notice one side of your body feels stronger than the other. That's perfectly natural. We all have a stronger, more dominant side. Sometimes it's wise to work a little bit harder on that weaker side, bring the body into more balance. So you can stay here or pulse. Trying not to tip in the pelvis. For 2. And last one. And we'll lower both feet down and come all the way down to resting on the sacrum. Okay, so from here, we're going to really work on rooting the shoulder blades down to the floor. Press the sacrum down and then tuck the chin slightly as you press down through the backs of your eyes. We'll interlace your fingers behind your head. Bring the elbows together. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, lift your head and shoulders. Core moves in and down. We want to press your head back into your hands. We still want to find that triple S here, even though the skull is a little bit higher up. When you're ready, we'll inhale and lower. And exhale and lift up head and shoulders. From here, we're going to lift your left leg straight up to the ceiling. We're going to twist to the left. Pause and stay. Come to center with your chest. Lower the left foot. Inhale and release your head. Exhale and lift up head and shoulders. Take the right leg straight up. You can keep the foot flexed or pointed, whatever feels best for you. We'll twist the chest to the right. Come to center with the chest. Ground the right foot. Inhale and lower your head. Exhale and lift up, head and shoulders. Take the left foot straight up. Twist to the left. And this time we're going to reach your right arm so that it reaches past the left knee. Bring the right hand behind the head, come to center. Left foot grounds. Inhale and release your head. Exhale and lift up. Take the right leg to the ceiling. Twist to the right and reach the left arm out. Reach, reach, reach. Bring the left hand behind the head, come to center, ground the right foot. Inhale and lower the head. One more round. Exhale and lift up head and shoulders. This time we're going to reach your left leg up and reach the right arm up towards the left foot. Bring the right hand behind the head, left foot lowers. Inhale and release your head. Exhale and lift up. Take the right foot up and the left arm reaches to the right foot. Bring the left hand behind the head, lower the right foot. Inhale and lower. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Take your arms wide. Breathe here and just feel yourself take up space. I'll drop the knees to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Cross the right leg over the left. Drop the knees to the left gently. Inhale, center. Release the right foot so it stays wide. Cross the left leg over the right. And drop the knees gently to the right. One big breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Bring both knees into your chest, and we'll come on up to a tabletop position. So, I maybe should have mentioned this earlier, but we will need a wall in a little bit. You don't need a ton of space. We're not going to be doing anything too crazy, except finding the alignment of our spine by using a couple of things that we have, definitely all of us in our house. So coming onto hands and knees. Knees are underneath the hips, shoulders are over the wrists, and here we want to think about the triple S as well. So the 3 S's. I'll show you a few things that I don't want you to do. First is a lot of people sag their heads down like this, and this just doesn't keep the spine nice and long. So we want to think about bringing your right hand behind your head and lift your head up into your hand, almost like you're doing a cobra. And we'll stay here and slide the left toes back. Keep every part of the core moving and squeezing in towards the midline. And if you have a mirror or your phone, if you can record yourself, you can kind of check out and see how your alignment is. From here, we'll lift the left toes and keep your head where it is, but reach the right arm forward. We'll drift the right arm and left leg away from the body. Oh, there's a wall. Come back to center. Drift the leg and arm away from the body again. Come back to center. Last one. Center. Right hand behind the head. Check in with your head. Lower the left knee and the right arm. Let the belly sink down. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift the gaze. Belly sinks down, tailbone lifts. Exhale, cat pose, rounding your spine. Come to neutral and bring your left hand behind your head. Press the back of your head into the left hand, almost like a cobra. And we'll slide the right toes back. Pay attention or just feel where your spine is. And we'll lift the right toes without letting your belly sink down. Really lift from the right glute. Keep your head as it is. Left arm reaches forward. Full breath in. And big breath out. Inhale, open the leg and arm. Exhale, hug it back in. Inhale, take it wide. Exhale, center. One more time. Come to center, left hand behind the head. Lower the right knee. Lower the left hand. We'll come into your forearms for dolphin pose. Trying to find that triple S shape here. So when you're ready, lift your hips up into dolphin. You might have your shirt fall down, so just want to go ahead and take care of that. Press down evenly through the forearms. Bend your knees and rise up onto your tippy toes. So from here, you might feel the hips stack a little bit higher towards the ceiling. And we can feel this nice alignment in the spine. We're going to reach your right toes back and then hug the right knee into the chest. Right leg reaches back, hug the right knee into the chest. Right leg back, bring it into the chest and lower the right foot. Take the left toes back just a little bit, left knee into the chest. Swing it back and hug it in. One more time. Release the left foot, come onto the knees. We'll all come to the front of your mat in mountain pose. Tadasana is a really good place for us to check in with how it is that we tend to hold ourselves throughout our day. So as you're here, focus on spreading your toes, grounding down through the four corners of the feet. Lift the arch of the foot. Lengthen the tailbone down. Lightly engage all the muscles of the legs and the core. Bring the chin down towards the chest. And you can take peace sign fingers, press them into the chin. Kind of press your chin back to really find that nice stacking of all the vertebrae in the neck. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, set the right foot back, lower onto the right knee, top of the right foot, cactus the arms. You can even check in with your chin here, kind of aligning the neck. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, settle. Inhale. And exhale, bring the right hand to the floor. And you'll take your left leg straight back behind you as the left arm lifts up for a modified side plank. You can bring the left foot to the floor to find a little more balance. Or you can take the foot up and pulse this left leg. You want to really squeeze this right shoulder blade on the back of the ribs. And here we go. We're going to step this left foot forward again. Ground your left hand. Step the right foot forward and fold in. Keep the spine long, finding that alignment of the triple S, the sacrum, shoulders, and skull. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step the left foot back, lower onto the left knee, top of the left foot. We'll goal post the arms. Feel the shoulder blades come together and down the back a little bit. You can take peace sign fingers into your chin, kind of press your neck back a little bit. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, settle. One more breath. And we'll bring your hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. We'll come onto the knees. And we'll do the same kind of scapular push-up movement that we did yesterday. So we want the hips to get low. We don't want our hips to be up here. And then we're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back. Keep the arms straight, soften the chest. And then press the floor down and away. Feel the shoulder blades glide apart from each other. Lower the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and straighten, and keep going. We want our shoulders to be strong and mobile. And this is a really good exercise for that. Keep going for 3, 2, last one. Press back, child's pose. Seat to heels. Use your hands to root your sit bones back. Start to shift your weight forward into your hands as you tuck your toes and take your hips up and back, landing downward facing dog. Take a second to really listen to your breath. Kind of hearing this ocean sound as you breathe in and breathe out. And we'll pedal your feet, but start to slowly walk your feet forward towards your hands. And then we'll press your weight into your heels and take the spine long. Kind of a happy squat. Bring your hands back to the floor. Slowly step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, foot forward plank. Exhale, lower down onto the knees. Lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Drag your hands towards the back of the mat. Exhale, lift the hips. Downward dog. Inhale, lift the gaze. Step or jump forward. And exhale, bow in. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, release the arms down by your side. Mountain pose. All right, we're gonna travel to a wall, if you have one nearby. And we just wanna get the sacrum, shoulders and skull. We wanna find that really nice alignment here while we're, kind of using the wall as feedback. So take your feet as wide as your hips, and you want your feet to be a little further away from the wall. And as you're here, we gotta tuck the tailbone, more so not tuck the tailbone, but kind of lengthen it down towards the floor. Feel the shoulder blades hug together on the back, and then use your peace sign fingers to bring your chin down and press your skull back. So from here, we wanna get the core nice and alive. So think about lengthening right between the tops of your hips and the bottom parts of your ribs. You can use your fingers to feel. Just a little bit, it's kind of where our organs are housed, but we wanna lengthen up through these areas. You may feel a little stuckness, or may feel like a pretty profound stretch. And from here, we're gonna start to hug the hips in towards the midline. And really focus on drawing your pubic bone up towards your sternum. Shoulder blades come together on the back. And take a few breaths here. It is a little bit harder to breathe when we have our core engaged in such a way. But you can use, really expand through the chest and breathe all in through the sinuses of your face. We're gonna try to maintain this. Feel how it feels in your body. And then come away from the wall, trying not to change much. We'll walk to the front of your mat, slowly, keeping that really nice optimal alignment in your spine. We'll inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Step the right foot back. Ground your right hand and lift the left arm. Your right hand can be under a block. We want to really focus on lifting the left side of your ribs up and taking them back a little bit. We're going to lower onto the right knee. Rise both arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take the right elbow on top of the left knee. And add a little twist, engaging the right glute. See if you can stay here, but take your gaze down to the left foot and start to lift the right knee up. Point your toes to the right side of the mat, side lunge. Left hand comes to the floor. Press the hips back. Keep the spine long. Remember that triple S. We're going to come to the back of the mat. Bring the left hand to the floor and take the right arm up. Revolve lunge. Keeping the triple S in alignment here too. We'll lower the left knee and rise up, both arms lift. Exhale, hands to prayer. Bring the left elbow on top of the right knee and twist. And lean back a little bit. You might notice you feel like you're doing more of a back bend in these twists to keep the sacrum, shoulders, and skull in line. Take the gaze down to the right foot. Start to lift the left knee. Point the toes to the left side of the mat. Left knee bends. Right hand to the floor. Keep the spine long here. Come to the front of the mat, fingertip lunge. Step the left foot up and back, one-legged downward dog. We'll step the left foot in just a little bit more than the right and lift the right leg. You can bend your left knee pretty generously, stack your shoulders over your wrists, and we'll add some hops here. So the goal is not necessarily to get into handstand, we just want to get some cardio. So, little hops can look like this, or you can take them a little bit bigger. And we're all gonna meet in a high lunge with the right leg forward. Hands to prayer. Bring the arms down by your side. Slowly lower this left knee. And inhale, lift the arms as you straighten the left leg. Exhale, arms come down, left knee bends deeper. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up. 2 more times. On the last one, we'll stay here. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Take a little back bend, kind of press your head back into your hands without letting your chin go way far forward. Inhale, rise up. Lean forward. So the torso is at like a 45-degree angle. And if you want, you can fly this left leg up for warrior 3. The hands are kind of providing a little resistance, so you have to get your head up so that it's in line with the rest of your spine. And then we're going to bring the left foot to the floor, goddess squat to the left. Keep the hands on the thighs, or you can bring the hands to prayer. Keep going for 3, 2, last one, straighten the legs. Cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Take the right leg up and back, one-legged downward dog. Big breath here. Step your right foot a little bit more forward than the left. Left leg lifts. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. And here we go. Second side. Take some hops. Going as high up or not high at all. Whatever is fine. And we're going to take your left foot forward and rise up for a high lunge. Hands to prayer. Press out through the right heel. Try to keep both hips square to the front of the mat. And we'll release the arms down by your side. Slowly lower. Inhale, arms lift. Slowly lower. And rise up. Keep going. Last one. Interlace your fingers behind the head. Keep your chin down towards your chest, but press your head back. And a little thoracic extension. Lean yourself forward. Putting a lot of demand into that left leg. Stay here or lift this right leg up. And really keep the neck strong. Head strong, neck strong. And ground the right foot again. Come to a big old squat to the right side of your mat. And we'll pulse here. Keep the tailbone lengthening down. Keep the belly hugging in for 3, 2, 1. Straighten legs. We'll bring this right foot so it's parallel to the back edge of the mat. Take the left foot forward and come into warrior 2. Inhale, take the left arm up and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle, left forearm to left thigh, right arm up and over. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to hips. We'll switch the legs out. Left foot comes parallel to the front of the mat. Bend into the right knee. Warrior 2. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, side angle. Right forearm to the thigh. Left arm up and over. Gonna add in a little something else. Bring your left hand and left knee to the floor. And we'll send your right leg back behind you, modified side plank. Forgot this one. Take the right arm up. Or you can bring the right foot to the floor. We will all bring the right foot to the floor. And we'll bring the right hand back and down to the floor. Come back to tabletop pose. Find that alignment of the sacrum, the shoulders, and the skull. Step the right foot back and step the left foot back, plank. We'll come onto your forearms. Lower the hips. Here's your glutes and core. Walk your toes in, coming into dolphin. We'll take the right leg up to the ceiling.
onto the left tippy toes. Maybe do a couple of kick-ups. Slowly lower, and we'll take the left leg up. Take some little kicks. And lower, whenever you're ready. Come onto the knees. Take a child's pose, hands come under the forehead. Let everything be heavy and feel supported. Coming back to your roots, to your self-worth, and to recognizing that our self-worth has nothing to do with how much money we make, what we do for a living. It's all a lot deeper than that, more complex. Maybe now is just this kind of global calling for us to recognize what's important. Family, friends, our health. And just allowing us to take in some of these teachings and utilize them in the present moment to overcome some of these difficult times. Always going back to gratitude and always returning to nature. Knowing where we came from. We'll inhale, slowly rise back to tabletop. Cross your ankles and come to sit down in a comfortable seat. We'll extend your legs out long, coming into Dandasana staff pose. Really working on that triple S alignment here. Your hands can be about kind of right near your hips, but maybe a little bit wider away. If you need to have your knees bent, there's nothing wrong with that. We just want to really work on getting the spine long. You're gonna walk your hands back a little bit more, and we'll come into a reverse plank. So squeeze your glutes and lift your hips. Take the head back. Notice that the head might want to get soggy, but we want to keep really rooting down to rise. Keep your head strong. One more breath. And slowly lower. Rise back on up. Staff pose, Dandasana. Cross the right foot just on the other side of the left knee. We're going to inhale both arms high. And exhale, left elbow outside of the right knee. Right hand comes behind you. Seated spinal twist. Twisting from the deep belly. Inhale, rise to center, arms lift. Take the right foot forward and switch out the legs. Twist to the left. Right elbow comes outside of the left knee. Lengthen up through the spine. And twist to the left. Inhale, arms lift. Take the left foot out long. Staff pose. We'll bend your knees one at a time. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly roll down. One vertebra at a time. Seeing all of this core control. Cactus the arms.
celebrate. Taking a moment to check in with how you're doing and allow whatever emotion you're feeling to arise. Acknowledge it and connect with it here. And then try to find absolute quiet. Absolute surrender. For these next couple of moments, your only job is to focus on your breath. Bring awareness to your skin. Bring awareness to your heart. Think of a few people or things or animals in life that you're extremely grateful for. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you need. When you are ready, you can take your knees into your chest. Rock yourself up to seated. Joining the hands together. Bowing into your practice, into your health. Bowing into love. Gratitude. And this time that we have to practice. Take care of yourselves. Thank you.